home, your own space, wherever you might be this morning. I know we're all finding our workouts in slightly unconventional and different ways during the current climate of the way life is right now, right? We're doing what we can, showing up how we can, and that's what's so important. I'm Jessica Baker up here in Portland with Formula 3. Thanks for tuning in down at Lafayette and ClubSport, of course, in Aliso Viejo. I'm so happy we're all here, and I'm just happy to be a part of how you're taking care of yourself right now. Today, we are slowing it down just a little bit. So I know maybe during the course of your week and during where you're sprinkling in a majority of maybe other forms of movement or more intense workouts or practices, it's nice to offer in some work of range of motion and stretch. It will still be in a flow form, so you'll still find movement and you'll still be able to move and breathe, or have that complement of dynamic movement, breathing and moving together. But we will be just concentrating a little bit more on lengthening the muscles and just creating some really nice range of motion in the joints this morning. So know that this is here to complement maybe some of the more intense work that you've brought into your body this week. So once again, I'm super glad you're here. And I just want you to start comfortably on your back if possible this morning. So all of the beginning work that we're gonna do, our first movement of today's practice, will start from the back. So it makes sense to start there. So lie down. One of two ways the legs that I'd like to bring the beginning of this practice in here this morning, either feet out about the width of the mat with the knees resting in, or legs out long. Either one is fine. Maybe let one hand rest to the heart and one hand to the low belly. Just take a few breaths. Just to drop in. Dropping in from wherever your morning has brought you this far. Bringing it to a more intentional and purposeful setting of our breath. Beginning to now match the length of your inhalations and your exhalations. And finding just a slight suspension at the tops of your breaths in, and a slight suspension at the bottoms of your breaths out. Always allowing the beginning of our practice to create a relationship with our breath, to move it from a space that happens automatically to now a space that is intentional. The first aspect of connection that we bring into the body and the mind is the breath. And we build on that connection as we layer in movement. We build in connection as we use this time to notice our body. We utilize connection as we take the movement, the physical practice, the yoga practice, and we use it as a tool to get to know ourselves a little bit more. We use our mat practice as a vehicle to create change. We use this intentional time to hopefully allow us to become more intentional as we move off of the mat as well. Allow all of that to just settle and steep in the body for a few more rounds of breath. From wherever your legs are, reach down, gather up your legs, pull the knees into the chest, rock it out a little bit side to side. Some baby circles on the floor with your sacrum in each direction, just massaging along the low back. You're going to draw your right knee into your chest, work your left leg out long, just getting a nice little compression in the right side of the body. And then allow your clasp from the shin to come to behind the hamstrings as you lengthen the leg all the way up towards the ceiling. Just take a few breaths through the entire back side of your right leg. Can you flex the foot a little bit more and hook the toes towards the face? So you're adding the stretch through the calf muscle here as well. And you're going to re-bend your knee and plant your right foot down to the earth, knee towards the ceiling, around in line where your left knee is, and allow your knee to drop out and open to the side for a little supine tree. Bring your arms to the sides of the body here, or on either side of the head rather, for little goalpost or cactus style arms. Allow the breath to move down in towards the hips and the pelvis, in particular the external rotation that you're bringing into the right hip. And then keep your right leg, bend your left leg in now so that your left heel now is kind of in line with the arch of your right foot. You're going to thread your right leg all the way underneath your left. So I'm going to thread right foot underneath the left. Take my left hand, bring it to the right foot, and then hike the heel up so it's high and tight in towards the glutes on the left side. And then walk the left foot in a little closer to close off that space. And now noticing the breath move down into the hip flexors and the quads here on the right just a little bit more. This is a wonderful stretch as well as range of motion work for the hip. We're going to bring in the shoulders. So from here, if you like, you're always welcome to stay exactly as you are. You layer in what you like, you leave what you don't. You're going to bring your right hand to your low belly, and you'll notice that there's, just because of the way our legs are situated, the pelvis is, there's this little space right on the left side, the natural curve of the low back, peeling up and away from the earth. You're going to take the back of your left palm, and you're sliding underneath the small of the back. So you're sandwiching your abdominals here right with the palms. And then use that now to just bring the breath in a little bit more as the shoulders fall in. Notice in particular the left shoulder falling down because you have internal rotation in the left shoulder. Let the breath inflate on the inhale into your right palm as you take up a little more space. And then on your exhale, let the belly fall away from the right palm and draw the low back into the back of your left palm a little bit more. Find just a few more there. Breathing into the right palm on the inhale. And then broadening into the low back as you press the low back into the back of the left palm. One more. And slowly release the hands. Work your left leg out long. Unthread your right leg, bring your knee into your chest. And then just mobilize the hip a little bit. Work your knee over towards your right shoulder, across the midline to the left. One more to the right, and then to the left. So good. Switching it up, right leg comes out long. And just for a moment, pause. I just want you to notice the difference in the feeling from one leg to the other, right? It's substantial work that happens. It doesn't maybe feel like you're doing a ton of work, but you are, right? My right leg, maybe you feel similar, feels not only warmer, but even a little bit longer. It's nice to just notice. And then bring your left knee into your chest. Get that compression in the left side of the body to start. And then switch your bind, coming to the left hamstrings, lengthen the leg all the way up towards the ceiling. Flex the foot, hook the toes towards the face, breathing down the entire back line of your left leg for a couple breaths. And once more, you'll bend your left knee, bring your left foot down to the earth and let the knee drop out and open to the side, supine tree. For this one, you can take arms same way or bringing in the shoulders a bit more. Maybe picture framing the face, opposite elbows, letting the arms come all the way up over the top of the head. Shoulders draw down and away from the ears, heavy through the left knee. Again, allowing a few rounds of breath to just move into the pelvis, and then the external rotation you're bringing into the left hip. Bending now your left leg. So the sole, your right leg. So your left leg's already bent. So that the right heel is about in line with the left arch of the foot. If you have your elbows, you'll release them now. So you can now thread your left leg and foot all the way under and through the right leg. Grab it with the right hand, hike the heel up towards the glutes. Let the knee draw out and down to the side a little bit more, lengthening out of the hip through the quads. Walk the right foot in just a little bit more. So you close off the space heel to foot. And then once again, take a breath to just situate yourself in. Adding in the breath and the dynamics of the shoulders and upper body. Bringing your left hand to the low belly and kind of right underneath the belly button is where you're aiming. And then the back of your right palm, so internal rotation in your right shoulder, it sneaks right again into that little pocket of space. It's like it was just made for the palm to sneak underneath there. Let the right shoulder then really relax down and into the earth. Find the rhythm of the breath once more. Deep breath work. Letting the inhale fill the lungs to their biggest, most full capacity of breath as the belly presses out into the left palm. And then as you exhale, you draw the belly back away from the palm in towards the spine as you kind of press the low back into the back of your right palm. Inhale, you fill up. You press the belly into the palm. Exhale, you cinch in, draw the belly back, press the back into the back of your right palm. Couple more. This is honestly one of my favorite spaces to be. A great stretch, range of motion, and breath work. You're getting so much in one space when you add in not just the legs and the hips, but the shoulders, where the hands are placed, and then the dynamics of the breath moving through the body. You get stretch, range of motion, lower, upper body, and pranayama breath work. All in one space. One more breath. I want you to release the hands here again first. Walk your right foot forward just a little bit to loosen that bind. Bring your left knee into your chest and work your left or right leg out long. And then mobilize the left hip a little bit, knee towards the left shoulder, across the body to the right. One more, knee to the left, across the body to the right. So good. Both knees into the chest. Let's rock back and forth along the spine until we can bring ourselves all the way up. Pass through your seat, find tabletop position. Stacking your shoulders over your wrists, your knees underneath your hips. Few rounds, cat-cow, to work through the spine. Inhale, pull the heart forward. Exhale, press the earth away, round the spine, chin to chest. Once again, inhale, pull the heart forward. Exhale, press the earth away. Two more, inhale. And exhale to round. One more, inhale. And exhale to round. Spine comes back through neutral. Curl your toes under, reach your tailbone up and back, downward facing dog. Pedal the feet out here just a bit. Shake your head yes and no. You're gonna walk your hands all the way back towards your feet, one at a time, making a connection with your palms as you walk back. Bend your knees generously. Grab opposite elbows as you release your head and neck. Some decompression through the spine. One more breath in. And on your exhale, release your elbows. Inhale, long spine, half lift. Exhale, hinge and fold. Again, inhale, breathing in, long spine, half lift. Exhale, hinge and fold. This time, inhale, long spine. Exhale, plant your hands and walk all the way out. High plank pose. Drop the hips and the pelvis down in line with the spine. A little bit of strength. Press the earth away. Lift the back of the heart. Belly back, ribs in, glutes active, quads active. But know again, knees can always ground here as well. Take one more breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Dynamic movement with your breath. Inhale, ripple the spine forward, high plank, roll the spine out. Exhale, ripple it back, downward facing dog. Ripple it forward, round the spine. Head is the last thing in line with the spine. Lead with the tailbone reaching up and back. Head is the last thing to drop between the biceps. One more. Inhale, ripple forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Adding on, inhale, ripple forward. Exhale, slowly lower down to your belly. Connect the tops of the feet to the earth. From the quads into the mat, inhale, lift up, cobra pose. Exhale, lay it down. Let's work our hands off to the sides of the mat here this morning. Suction cup your fingertips to the earth, lift your palms, keep the legs grounded. Inhale, ripple the upper body. Exhale, lay it all the way down. Again, inhale, ripple up. Exhale, lay it all the way down. Let's take one more. Inhale, ripple up. Exhale, lay it all the way down. Hands come back underneath your shoulders. Curl your toes under. Inhale from the quads, pull the belly back. Exhale, press up, high plank or knee plank. Stay for an inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale, right leg, reach it up. Exhale, let's step it through. Low lunge. Left hand plants, inhale, right arm up. Let's take internal rotation on the right arm. Flip your palm back. Let the back of the hand come to the low back. So similar where we were on our back, or maybe it just moves a little more over towards the left hip. Now roll the right shoulder head back a little bit more. Right ribs back, left ribs forward and under. One more breath. Slowly unwind. Bring your right hand inside of your right foot, quarter turn it over your left shoulder, wide legs. Inhale, long spine, half lift. Exhale, hinge and fold. 2 breaths here. Breathing well. On your inhale, lengthen the spine out again, half lift. Exhale, quarter turn it, top of the mat. Low lunge again. We'll inhale, step forward into your right leg, fly your left, 3-legged half lift, top of the mat. Stay for your exhale. Take another big breath in. Now on your exhale this time, I want you to round your spine like a cat spine. Bend both legs, tap your left knee to your right calf. Inhale, lengthen all the way back out, long spine, long legs. Exhale, dynamic movement, round the spine, tuck in, little ball. Inhale, open all the way back out. One more just like that. Now inhale all the way back out. Now this one's a little tricky. You're gonna bring it all the way down, but you're gonna bring your left leg all the way behind your right. Come to a seat. Now you can keep your left leg tucked under, but if you're having a hard time grounding both sides of the seat, the sitting bones to the earth, untuck your left leg and bring it out long in front of you. We're twisting to our left, so the left hand comes behind you. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, twist and rotate to your left. Right arm is your preference. It can cradle around the leg, elbow could be bent, arm can be long. Ground from the seat, lengthen up through the spine. And then I want you to take just a slight neck release today. Take your chin down towards your chest. One more breath. Lift the head back up first. Unwind the legs. Bring both legs out in front of you. Shake them out a little bit. Pat them down. And then tuck your legs all the way back behind you. Downward facing dog. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale. Left leg lifts. Exhale, step your foot forward, low lunge. Right hand plants, inhale, left arm up. Adding in internal rotation, flip the palm back, back of the palm to the low back or over towards your right hip crease. Now adding in maybe a little more rotation, draw your left ribs back, right ribs forward and under, lean the left shoulder back, left shoulder blade in towards the spine. Good. One more breath. Slowly unwind. Bring your left hand to the inside of your right foot. Quarter turn it again over your right shoulder. This one we're going to take some movement for the inner thighs. So Skandasana work. I want you to bend your right leg first. Hop your left foot, toes towards the ceiling. Breathing into your left inner thigh. Now the heel on the right might be lifted, it might be grounded. Either one is fine. If there's knee problems, then you're just going to keep it more upright. Let your hands come right on top of the thigh. Take a few breaths. Some of you, if you want, might even reach your arms forward to the inside of your left leg. One more breath. You're going to switch sides. So shift it over into your left leg, lengthen your right leg out again, find where you want to be. The heel is lifted. If it's lowered, if you need to bring yourself up a little more and ground both feet, let your upper body rest on your left thigh. If you're down all the way, you want to breathe into those inner thighs a little bit more. Maybe walk the hands forward to the inside of your right leg. And then work it all the way back through center. Bring your weight back into both legs, lengthen them out. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, quarter turn at top of the mat, low lunge. Inhale, step forward into your left leg, fly your right. Stay for your exhale. Take a big breath in. Here's that movement of the spine and the legs. Exhale, bend both legs, scoop the belly back, round the spine. Inhale, lengthen all the way back out. Exhale, scoop in. Inhale, lengthen out. One more, just like this. Exhale. Inhale to lengthen. This one adds in. Bend your knee all the way back behind, making a little space for your seat to set back. Adjust yourself as you need to because it might not be perfect. And again, once more, you can untuck your right leg to work your left seat down towards the earth a little bit more. Bring your right hand behind you. Inhale, reach your left arm up. Exhale, you're twisting to your right. So once more, arm your preference. Can be long, it can be bound. Add in a little neck release. Bring your chin down towards your chest. Last one. Lift the head first. Unwind your bind. Bring your legs all the way out in front of you. Shake the legs out a little bit again. Pat them down. Keep the legs out long. Paschimottanasana. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold it forward. Doesn't matter where the hands go. They can go towards the feet, of course. They can go alongside the legs. Breathe into the backs of the legs. Breathe into the low back. With the head, neck, jaw be so soft and relaxed as the breath is full. One more. Work it all the way back up. Make your way down onto your back, hug your knees into your chest. Rock it out a little bit, side to side, some baby circles. Bring the legs into the air, a little slack in the knees, relax the muscles in the feet and the toes. Draw little circles in the ceiling with your toes as you rock and roll from the sacrum. Reverse the direction of your circles, going in the other way. Still the legs. Bend the knees, arms cactus or all the way out to the side of the T. Shift your hips a little bit to your left. Let your legs and knees drop all the way over to the right. Supine twist, heavy left shoulder. Maybe you're working your right hand to the outside of the left leg, providing a little more traction for that rotation. Bring it back through center. Shift the hips a little bit to your right. Let your legs and knees drop all the way over to the left. Heavy through your right shoulder. Again, maybe left hand to the outside of your right leg. And work it all the way back through center. Bring your feet, knees outside of the body. Happy baby pose here. Clasp the feet, the ankles, the calves are catch behind the knees. Maybe rock it out a little side to side, drawing one knee towards the earth at a time. And then final squeeze, knees into the chest, moment of gratitude. Allow yourself to unravel into a final couple minutes of rest and relaxation. Legs long, arms along the sides, palms facing up. And let the breath now just wash over the top of you. Letting the body fall heavy into the earth and feeling the support and the energy of the earth back up into the body. Using this time to slow down, to take care of you, to fill your tank back up. No judgment, no expectations. Just showing up as you are, however you are, however you feel today. Letting your movement and connection and practice be what is your constant. The constant that you find to cultivate connection amidst whatever life is throwing at you right now. Friends, I will leave you here. You are more than welcome to stay and linger and relax as long as you like. Thank you for being here, for joining me, for slowing down and just creating movement, breath, and just some kind space for yourself, right? Today. Be well, all of you. Have a wonderful day. Till next time, thank you so much.